Hello friends, my name is Reduka. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm using this clearly besorted stamp, and this is the layered flower. You can use any layered flower stamp for this. I already have some combinations with me as I'm using distress ink. I have lots of colors of almost every color of distress inks in the mini cubes, but you can use any pigment ink and that gonna work for it. So I did my study first, and I make some kind of combinations before, and I put this paper inside this packaging, so every time I need to pull out and do some kind of stamping I can use this. So this is my watercolor paper, and I'm planning to show 2-3 techniques with this stamp, so I'll little bit speed up the process. So first of all, we'll do the basic layer stamping that for the stamp are made for. If you don't have the stamp, you can use Altaneo or W+9, or there are mini stamps which Hero Arts like layering stamp in the market. And the trick is pretty simple, that you can add 3 inks. I don't have many inks, but I'm using here distress inks for stamping my images, and they kind of giving a very watercolor look as that I painted them. If you add little bit of pigment and goes those pigments with the water, they kind of dilute with each other. If you have new distress oxides inks, this technique gonna work really nice with that. If you want to see more in inking, Jennifer Maguire used the white pigment ink and to get and achieve a different shades from one ink pad. So there is nothing fancy. I'm using just these inks, and you can use any inks. The basic purpose of sharing this video is I want to share you that how you can get a stamp and customize it by your own way, or you can get more from your supplies. This die cut out many thanks is from Maker Smart last month kit, and I'll link that project also, and the video also where I make more cards with these die cuts. Now here the trick is you can add these gloss shimmer to the paper, and that will help you to just little bit muted that color and mix those pigments, so it gonna look nice. Now I'm working on 2 cards, and you can see me, I will shuffle between them, and this is at this moment this card is complete. If you all want to just layering the things, and after some while I'll show you how you can add more things. Now there is another way to using this stamp, is you can just directly stamp the layering images, the 1 and 2, and skipping the first image of stamp where you get the whole block area. So in this way you can get more out of your stamps. Here I'm using some shades of red and orange. I use Cadiant Apple and some festive berry color, and you can go with this, like I use here cracked pistachio, and then I go with on with move lawn color, I think. Yeah, so you can just mix and match the colors. I already tried these colors on the rough paper before making this video, so you can find out which combination you're gonna like and whatever you have in ink. Now here I'm adding more color with the Zig clean color markers. These markers already have a brush tip, so they kind of blending those colors together very easily. What you stamp, and the same time I'm adding more colors with the Zig markers, so it's act like a paintbrush, and you can really control the way it goes, and you can change little bit shape of your flower. Now here rather than adding water, I'm choosing a Zig clean marker, Winkazella pen. You can use the water brush here, and you can add little bit of pigment, pearl pigment in watercolor, so you will get the same effect. By diluting these colors, you can get more of natural look then I will add more and more colors to just get enhanced. And now I want to break this pattern, means I don't want to look every leaf and flowers look as like a same. I want here more organic way, so I just pull out my pencils. These pencils are watercolor based pencils, and these are like same as Prismacolors. Those called, what I'm using here is called Stadlers. I have these from long while, and the you can use by these pencil by two ways. You can directly put them on the paper and then add water, or you can add little bit of water drop, just I'm doing here, and then activate that pigment which is on the pencil, and then you can just put the color on the paper. Now you can see that now it's like really vibrant and bright, and each rose is looking really a little bit different. So same way I'm doing for the leaves also. I just want to break that pattern and monotony where it looks like all the same. I want it's like more of the natural way. So this is the way that how you can get more from your stamp. You can use any stamp for this, as I mentioned. Now I'll use the water brush again to make the things more flowy and watercolory. I don't want everything should be perfect here. I just want a little bit loose watercolor, and I'm just extending those stems to get more different kind of leaf shape here. And I'm again using the same die, many thanks, from last month's Maker's Mark Die of the Month kit. You can use anything. This is the very old technique that you can drag it out the things and get foam back into it, or add couple of cardstocks to it to enhance and raise your front sentiment here. We're not going to use that thing today. I'm making just it pretty simple. I will cut out the same from the white cardstock and stick down everything else. Don't miss any small pieces, cause that gonna use and fill all these areas between the negative pieces. So and I will just pull out that main sentiment there. So I have this white gap there, and you can add couple of cardstock and raise these, or here I'm just adding more texture white cardstock, and I'm die cut out these with the white paper. Now you can use this sentiment inside, or you can use that sentiment for the another card as I shown. Now at this moment these two cards are completed, but now you want to add more details and make that pattern look pop and some kind of colors, and filling those gaps, and it's like they are looking more and more like a bunch of flowers or flowers in the garden. So I'm adding this kind of berry kind of sprays and textures and little bit of green leaves kind of things, and I will keep adding them, and I'm using Zig color markers for that. You can use a directly paintbrush, the watercolor brush, or you can use the alcohol markers to do this kind of technique, but I'm here just sticking to all the watercolor supplies, so I'm using the Zig color markers with the distress inks. All those are water based. So now I'm just adding those sprays and adding more and more colors to them, and now when I got I want to get a little bit of yellow wash there. You can see that I just spread all the water there, so they kind of faded, but in my final output I already you can get the brighter sprays there, because I did that twice, and I really like the way the color goes, and it kind of giving the loose hallucinations there. So I'm keep adding the grass and colors there until I get a nice effect or the way I want to. And then rather than putting all the things white, I decided to give a yellow wash. Now you can see that I just put all the colors inside the spray, so those kind of mix all together. And then in between I'm dabbing with the paper towel so that it will get the excess water on that paper towel. Now I will add more and more colors. Then little bit of Inkazilla plain, the shimmer is always nice on the cards. Some dewdrops, a kind of effect with the newer drops. And I'll put that little bit aside for drying. Now this final product, you can see that I already colored those blue sprays again and put the glossy accents them, so they kind of looking very poppy and nice. So I hope you like this project, you got some kind of inspiration. If you like it, do subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Facebook, Pinterest and Instagram. And I'm also posting the video soon with the Maker Smart kit, where you can see all that dies. So until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. Bye bye.